And I really need to clean out my garage. But it is time for a cold start on the Tacoma because you can tell that the bashed exhaust is gone and the Tacoma has been sitting for probably a week and a half. So let's go ahead and start this thing up with the Nitop axle dump exhaust. Really, it don't sound much different than the OEM exhaust. So if you want to pick up the Nitop axle dump exhaust tip for your new Tacoma or any other Toyota little customization bits, guys, head on over to YotaVerse.com. I have a link and a discount code in the description, and I will also pin it to the top of the comment section for you guys to go on over there, pick up some products at a discounted price, and customize your Toyota Tundra, Tacoma, 4Runner, hopefully soon, maybe the new Land Cruiser over there. So again, guys, link and discount code in the description for you guys. YotaVerse, thank you for continuing to sponsor the channel. But let's back this thing up, load it up with some tires, and head to YotaMafia. Tacoma, brother! It's a Tacoma, brother! It's probably the first Tacoma actually in Destin, a TRD off-road that I've actually seen. But we are on our way, like I said, to YotaMafia, just passing the Destin Commons right here. The Tacoma, 10,420 nice miles on it. So I definitely need to take this thing in for its 10K service. I already got the cold plunge in this morning, feeling good. Loaded up the tires in the back, guys, because Breland wants to test out brake lines for both this and the Land Cruiser eventually. He is launching a company, I'm not sure if it's already launched yet, but just like brake line specific. So we will be putting some pretty good suspension hopefully in this truck fairly soon, and we will see if extended brake lines are necessary. Alright guys, well, Ryan pulled the Tacoma in and he noticed something. So we got the grille shutter malfunction, check engine light on, see your dealer, drive start control malfunction. All this stuff is going off right now on the Tacoma. I told Ryan for 10,400 miles, it did not happen to me.
I got the magic touch.
He's got the magic touch. But it's fine because we got, I mean, at least it's starting.
Yeah.
But we have to take it to the dealership anyways for the 10K miles, so.
Yeah, you're also needing some maintenance.
Yeah, so we'll just unplug the battery while she sits here and while we measure some stuff up and fixed it. Turned it off. Yeah. Everything's plugged in. And we did take this whole grill off like maybe 4,000 miles ago, guys, when we put the Nitop bumper on. And everything's been plugged in and whatnot since. So that's the first time I've seen it. Some people say they get those, Ryan, and then they just shut the car off or unplug the battery. So maybe we'll just unplug the battery while we're here and just see if it comes back on. It's not even a 2.7 liter, it's a 2.4 liter. So this is reading off of the last gen probably.
Right, which is why it was a V6 option, but it identified as a 24 and it read the odometer.
Huh.
So I'm gonna see what it says. It's communicating. Was the grille shutter one of those things that people were experiencing randomly?
Like very, very early trucks.
So whatever P15AD is.
P15AD, manufacturer specific. So it's still reading it right now. So a lot of people, guys, were having these issues. We just looked on the forum because there were some YouTubers that had these issues too on their trucks, like very early, like first couple 100,000 or a couple 100 miles. My truck has 10,000, almost 500 on it now, and just randomly popped up. So that malfunction code was for the grille shutter too.
Placeable.
Well, I know, and that's what the perk of the protection ring is to actually protect the expensive wheel. So Ryan, guys, has taken off the front tire. So who's measuring it? What's his name? Nick.
Yep.
So Nick, one of Breland's employees, is going to be measuring the brake line here on the Tacoma. It seems like there's still a decent amount of brake line though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Front's not really the biggest issue you run into. It's the rears.
Or the rear. Okay.
Get the space in.
So we got the Tacoma up, guys. Ryan loosened up the track bars, the upper links. And we also are gonna take off the top of the suspension. and we're just gonna droop it down a little bit to kind of simulate if you were to have some aftermarket coils back here and also some different suspension, because Toyota suspension is good, but you know, aftermarket companies, if you want to run like a 2.5 kit or something that gives you a bit more travel, you may need a bit more of a brake line. But while the truck is up, we could take a look at the damage report. So this hit a lot at Moab. We did turn this down while at Westcott Designs, but I definitely need to spray this and this stuff with some Rust-Oleum rust canceller or whatever, right, to like prevent more rust from happening. Even the Nytop stuff right here took a good bit while out on the trail. Ryan noticed, and I noticed it too, but I didn't think it was that bad, but it is. So right here on the gas tank, for some reason, Toyota covered this right here, right, with their kind of cheaper plastic skid plate. This hangs lower than that, and this is not really protected, and I smacked the strap here so hard that the rubber portions of it has come off. So now this is metal on plastic, which is no bueno. But aside from that, everything under the truck actually weathered pretty well, and I think it's definitely thanks to the sliders, because we could see these sliders definitely took a good bit. So I know Jeff will hate me, but I definitely want to spray this as well so this rust doesn't continue. And then as we come to the front, everything's just a little bit dirty. Like, it ain't rust or anything up here, it's just still more of that Gilmer, Texas red dirt. So now with everything loose, we are able to lower the rear axle, simulating some more droop. And you could tell that the brake lines are starting to get a little bit tight right there. And we have also taken it out of the top. So even though we took it out of the top, it still looks a little bit tight. You can see it just still coming down with them. Yeah, so if these were in the OEM position with how much you just brought it down, look how tight that right side is. So it won't even go back to the OEM position at all.
It still actually has spring tension on the truck.
It still has spring tension?
Yeah.
So how far do you think we brought it down?
About 3 inches.
3 inches? So if they're doing like a 3-inch kit or something like that, you 100% need extended brake lines, because this, again, won't even go back to the OEM position, and this guy right here is really taut. And I'm gonna keep it rolling. You guys can see what we had to do for the Overland Expo. So we took an extra spacer from Westcott Designs because of the tire carrier, how much it sagged these coils here. And we tried to put OEM or Old Man Emu coils on from the Land Cruiser and Tundra, because it's all the same rear end, and it brought it up way too high. So we just added another puck, and it was perfect. So I think with this check engine light now, nice new YotaMafia hat, this is the point where I go into the forums and the Facebook page and stuff and talk about crap, how all these new computerized systems are all horrible in the vehicle, and make a rant video, or I just put it here in this same video for you guys, for the real people that see. But anyway, we're driving, and I'm going about 70 miles an hour, and the thing that I don't like is all these things that they just keep popping up, right? They keep popping up, all the grille shutter stuff, check your engine, and then like when I clear them out so they go away, you know, the truck is driving perfectly fine, zero issues at all. They pop back up all the time. So even though you clear them out, they just keep popping up and popping up. I was able to make an appointment with the dealership. I'm potentially dropping the truck off tonight. I'm gonna get its 10K service, and also hopefully clear out all these codes, and they can fix whatever is wrong with the Tacoma. And I know it's a new truck, it sucks, things happen. This is the whole reason why I wanted to get a new truck, to document stuff like this for you guys and whatnot. It is what it is, man. Like, it sucks, but this is a known issue, like a quote-unquote known issue on the Tacoma, but typically it happens within the first couple 100 miles, so I'm not really sure why it just randomly started on my truck. So as you can tell, the wheels are in the back, but we have a box still, unfortunately, in the truck. I had no idea that YotaMafia was moving a whole bunch of stuff around, but we will get the wheels and tires put on tomorrow. We're on our way to the dealership now, passing the beautiful Navarre Beach bridge that gets super backed up during tourist season right over there. Beautiful. And we also made a little purchase, so it wasn't all a waste of time. All right, I'm pulling up to the dealership. Look at all these Tacomas and Tundras for sale, boy.
The parking lot
Thank
for
you,
your destination.
Toyota. Ooh, Platty Daddy, little iForce Max. Even at the dealership, like the GMC dealership up in Crestview area where I live, they had so many GMCs that they were using the spare lot, which this dealership used to do before COVID and everything, but they were using the spare lot, like right across the street from the dealership. They probably had, I don't even know how many Silverados they had. They probably had close to 50 or 60 Silverados on the lot, and they had like 4 or 5 of the new GMC Hummer SUVs, and 2 or 3 normal Hummer trucks. I mean, granted, those are EVs and no one wants that crap anymore, but still, like, there's a lot of vehicles on the lots everywhere, regardless. My savior is here in the Tundra. And she's just gonna back that thing on up so we can load the tires up in here. And man, dude, for the issues that the Tundra has, you know, it's a good freaking looking truck, no? All right, I need to fill this out because we're dropping the taco off. Ooh, strong lady. Wheels and tires for Land Cruiser. All right, go ahead, close your tailgate. Oh, such effort. Oh.
Just a little bitch.
Oh. All right, sleep tight, Tacoma.